Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, lawmakers vote to ban deadly weapons from State House floor gallery. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
State lawmakers convening for their first day of the new year had to pass through a gauntlet of people supporting various causes, everything from universal health care to raising the minimum wage. But gun rights was the issue that seemed to be on the minds of most. The House considering changing a rule that allows members to carry on the chamber floor and elsewhere. Ruby Carr says that's a change that needs to happen, likening it to prohibiting guns in schools.
Essentially the same thing. So this is a public building where there are security guards keeping people here safe, and there's no reason you should have a gun here.
Our Second Amendment rights are a core right that each and every person should uphold and defend vigorously.
The opposite point of view was on display in a rally outside the State House prior to the vote. Republicans and others who pushed through the rule change allowing members to carry, urging the Democratic majority to maintain the status quo, and warning that this could be the beginning of an assault on the perceived rights of gun owners.
If they don't think members of the House are allowed to carry, what's their opinion on the people of the state being allowed to carry in other public places or even in private areas?
A vote on the rule change is expected at any moment. Adam Sexton will have a wrap-up on this and all of the day's events at the State House beginning at News 9 at 5. Reporting live in Concord, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. AG, officer involved shooting last fall in Epping, was justified. New Hampshire Attorney General Gordon MacDonald has determined that a state trooper was justified in firing his weapon at a driver during a traffic stop last fall. Authorities said the investigation showed that Walter Welch Jr., 40, of Fremont, died of multiple gunshot wounds on September 29, 2018, after refusing to put down his gun. Police were originally called to the area of Exit 6 on Route 101 in Epping after receiving reports that Welch was driving erratically in a white pickup truck. Authorities said Trooper Kevin approached the pickup, which pulled off the exit, and asked Welch if he had been drinking. Welch responded by saying a lot before grabbing his gun and firing a shot in Kevin's direction, officials said. Authorities said Trooper Kevin retreated and ordered Welch to drop his weapon. When Welch didn't comply, authorities said Trooper Kevin fired 4 shots through the back of the pickup truck's cab. According to the medical examiner, Welch shot himself in the head before being hit by Trooper Kevin's gunshots. Because the self-inflicted gunshot wasn't instantly fatal, the manner of Welch's death was ruled to be undetermined. The shooting was ruled justified because Trooper Kevin believed his life was in danger, officials said. Conflicts between humans, bears spike in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
New Hampshire saw a jump in the number of conflicts between bears and humans last year. According to Fish and Game's Bear Project leader, there were about 800 reports of bear-human conflicts in 2018 compared to just 410 the year before. There also was an increase in bear killings by both the state and residents.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Governor Sununu to be sworn in for second term. Governor Chris Sununu will be sworn in Thursday for his second term as governor of New Hampshire. The inauguration ceremony and governor's speech can be seen live on WMUR TV and streaming live above this article on WMUR.com and inside the WMUR mobile app. And we will be sure to share the link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page so all of you can watch his inauguration and speech. List of notable New Hampshire laws taking effect at start of 2019. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Aaron and Sean, it all began with a Barrington College freshman turned state representative. Now, prior to January 1st, as you mentioned, girls as young as 13, boys as young as 14 could get married with parental consent. Now, Cassandra Levesque worked for 2 years to get the law changed. For her, it's personal. Levesque's grandmother and great-grandmother were both married at 16. But it's not just a thing of the past. The state says nearly 800 minors were married between 1989 and 2016, including a 13-year-old bride in 2013. Now, the 19-year-old from Barrington says the change in law is the reason she became a state representative.
It makes a huge difference for me to want to make it even more possible for kids to have a chance to grow up and be a kid. I think that there's a lot of changes happening, and I am very excited to be a part of that change.
Levesque says raising the minimum age to 16 was a compromise. She's working to raise the age again to 18. A bill to do that failed several years ago, but she says she's not giving up. Reporting live outside the State House in Concord, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
New laws are taking effect in the Granite State now in 2019. Controversial therapy programs aimed at converting the sexual orientation or gender identity of minors is now illegal. And take a look at this. Another law creates a framework for determining how much alimony should be paid by one person to another when getting a divorce. And drivers who stay in the left lane of the highway can get a ticket or be fined if they are impeding the flow of other traffic. That's another law taking effect.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Those are the new laws for 2019 in New Hampshire. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed on this Wednesday evening. And here's a look at your U.S. stock market right now. And here is how it closed this Wednesday. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the red and went down. US 10-year closed flat. Euro/USD closed in the red and went down. And VX closed in the red and went down. Stocks raised barely on first day of trading after swinging around all day. U.S. stocks posted slight gains on Wednesday after a violet session kicked off 2019. Art of the deal. Lawmakers float options to Trump for end to shutdown. With the new year underway and a new Congress set to reconvene, with the partial government shutdown stretching into its 12th day, Republican lawmakers are floating multiple different options to the White House, ranging from short-term deals to potential grand bargains on immigration reform. The public appeals follow a joint announcement by Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and prospective incoming House Speaker Nancy Pelosi of bills that would fully fund the agency, who have expressed a lapse in federal funding, but not supply the president with any money for a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night for another newscast. Good night, everyone. Bye.